Have you ever felt lost, as if all your efforts were in vain? Have you ever thought about giving up on your dreams and goals? If the answer is yes, then this video is for you. Here we will explore how God has great plans for your life, even in the most difficult times. I will share powerful insights that will renew your faith and help you see beyond the obstacles. In this video, you will discover how your faith can transform your reality and lead you to achievements you never imagined. We will talk about how to identify and follow the path that God has planned for you, even when everything seems impossible. At every step, you will learn to strengthen your confidence and keep hope alive, regardless of the circumstances. Imagine if you could see the light at the end of the tunnel, even on the darkest days. Think about how it would feel to be certain that your efforts are not in vain and that there is a greater purpose for every challenge you face. This video will provide you with exactly that, a new perspective, encouragement, and the strength to carry on. So, don't go anywhere. Together, we will discover how God's plans can transform your life in amazing ways. Many times, life presents us with challenges that seem insurmountable. It could be the loss of a job you loved, leaving you with a sense of emptiness and uncertainty about the future. Perhaps you faced a painful breakup, feeling alone and helpless. Or maybe you're dealing with an illness that makes every day a battle, draining your energy and hope. These moments of discouragement are part of the human experience and can make us feel lost. Other times, the challenges aren't so obvious but still profound. You might be in a job that doesn't fulfill you, feeling stuck and purposeless. The daily routine might seem like an endless series of meaningless tasks, making you question what really matters. These small and constant feelings of frustration can accumulate, leading to a sense of despair and lack of direction. Have you ever felt this way? Have you ever had that feeling that no matter how hard you try, things don't seem to get better? It's as if you're banging your head against a brick wall without seeing any progress. Are you going through something similar now? Maybe waking up in the morning is a challenge because you don't see a clear reason to get out of bed. Or perhaps you're carrying a weight in your chest, a sadness that seems never-ending. These questions are important because they help us reflect on our current situation. Identifying and acknowledging these feelings is the first step to overcoming them. Have you ever wondered why you're going through these tough times? Or how you can find the strength to carry on, even when everything seems to be falling apart? Think about it for a moment. If you answered yes to any of these questions, know that you're not alone. We all at some point go through periods of doubt and discouragement. These feelings are a natural part of life and don't mean that you're failing. On the contrary, they're signs that you're at a point of growth and transformation. The good news is that there is a solution for these moments of difficulty. God has a purpose for every challenge we face. He uses these situations to strengthen us, teach us, and prepare us for the great plans He has for us. It's important to remember that even in the darkest moments, there is a light at the end of the tunnel. When we're in the midst of a storm, it's hard to see beyond the dark clouds, but it's precisely in those times that we need to cling to our faith. God has promised us that He will never abandon us and that He will always be by our side, guiding and protecting us. This promise is a firm foundation in times of uncertainty. So don't give up. Every challenge you face is an opportunity for growth. Every tear you shed is a seed that, one day, will grow into joy. Believe that there is a greater purpose to all of this, and that God has a wonderful plan for your life. Let's discover together how these plans can manifest and transform your reality. One of the most powerful and encouraging verses about God's plans for our lives is found in Jeremiah 29:11, which says, "For I know the plans I have for you, declares the Lord, plans to prosper you and not to harm you, plans to give you hope and a future." This verse is a clear and comforting declaration that God has a purpose for each of us. He knows our paths and has specific plans for our lives that are aimed at our good. But what does this mean in our day-to-day lives? First, it's important to understand that prosperity here doesn't just refer to financial or material success. God desires for us to prosper in all areas of our lives, spiritually, emotionally, relationally, and physically. When we face challenges, it can be difficult to see how these moments can lead to prosperity. However, God uses each experience to shape us, teach us, and prepare us for something greater. Applying this verse in our daily lives involves trusting that, even in times of uncertainty and difficulty, God is working in our favor. It means believing that every obstacle is an opportunity for growth and that every closed door may be directing us towards a better path. It's living with the confidence that our future is secure in God's hands, regardless of current circumstances. To illustrate the power of this promise, let's look at the inspiring story of Nick Vujicic. Born without arms and legs, Nick could easily have succumbed to despair and hopelessness. However, he found strength and purpose in his faith in God. Instead of seeing his limitations as an end, he saw them as an opportunity to witness God's power in his life. Nick faced bullying, depression, and suicidal thoughts during his childhood and adolescence. He went through a period where he questioned the value of his life and whether God really had a plan for him. It was through his faith and understanding of God's promises that he found the strength to overcome these challenges. Today, Nick is a renowned motivational speaker, author, and evangelist, inspiring millions of people around the world with his message of hope and faith. Nick Vujicic's story is a powerful example of how God can transform our lives regardless of circumstances. He shows us that even when everything seems lost, faith in God and His plans can take us to places we never imagined. Nick not only found purpose in his life, but also became a source of inspiration and hope for others facing similar challenges. These promises of God are not just for people like Nick, but for all of us. God has a plan for each of us, and He promises us a future full of hope and prosperity. By trusting in His promises and following His ways, we can overcome any obstacle and live a full and abundant life. Keeping your faith alive and renewed requires dedication and daily practice. Prayer is direct communication with God, a moment to open your heart, give thanks, seek guidance, and strength. Set aside specific time each day to pray, creating a quiet space where you can focus and deeply connect with God. Additionally, daily Bible reading is essential, as it is an endless source of wisdom, comfort, and guidance. Choose passages that speak to your heart and relate to the challenges you are facing. Meditating on God's words is also crucial for internalizing His promises and applying His teachings in everyday life, bringing peace and clarity to the mind, and reducing stress and anxiety. Being surrounded by a community of faith is fundamental for renewing and strengthening your spiritual journey. The community provides a supportive and encouraging environment where you can share your struggles and triumphs with others who share the same faith. Participating in Bible study groups, worship services, and community service activities provides opportunities for spiritual growth and learning. Additionally, being part of a faith community involves taking responsibility for one another, being present to support and help other members of the community in their spiritual journeys, as well as being receptive to the support they offer you. Maintaining a positive and grateful mindset is essential for renewing faith and facing life's challenges. Cultivating a positive attitude involves daily practice of gratitude, recognizing and giving thanks for the blessings in your life, big and small. This promotes a sense of contentment and inner peace. Additionally, focus on the present moment rather than worrying about the past or being anxious about the future, appreciating the small joys and moments of happiness that arise in your day-to-day life. Practice affirming positive thoughts and words of encouragement for yourself, strengthening your confidence and self-esteem, and fostering an optimistic mindset about the future. When we encounter obstacles on our journey, it's essential to have practical tools to deal with these difficulties. An effective strategy is the practice of resilience, cultivating the ability to adapt and recover in the face of adversity. This includes developing coping skills, such as seeking alternative solutions, setting realistic goals, and maintaining a positive attitude even in challenging circumstances. Have you ever found yourself facing an seemingly insurmountable obstacle? How did you deal with that situation? Another important strategy is self-care. It's crucial to recognize our own limitations and know when it's necessary to seek professional help or emotional support. This may include practicing activities that promote physical and mental well-being, such as exercise, meditation, or talking to a therapist. Have you ever considered the importance of self-care in your journey of overcoming obstacles? Nothing is more inspiring than hearing real-life examples of people who have overcome significant obstacles in their lives. These stories remind us that, although challenges may seem overwhelming, it's possible to find strength and hope even in the toughest times. Think of someone you admire for their ability to overcome, perhaps a friend, family member, or even a public figure. What can you learn from their journey, and how can it inspire you to face your own challenges? Have you ever found yourself seeking inspiration in stories of overcoming? How have these stories impacted your own journey? Lastly, it's important to remember that the challenges we face are temporary and part of God's plan for our lives. Each obstacle is an opportunity for growth and learning, preparing us for the plans He has in store for us. When we find ourselves in the storms of life, it's crucial to maintain faith and hope, knowing that God is by our side, guiding and strengthening us every step of the way. Have you ever stopped to reflect on how the challenges you've faced have shaped who you are today? How do you view these challenges in light of God's plan for your life? Therefore, when facing the obstacles that arise on our journey, remember to utilize effective coping strategies. Seek inspiration in stories of overcoming and maintain faith and hope that challenges are temporary and part of God's plan for our lives. Throughout this video, we've delved deeply into the importance of maintaining faith and hope, even in the face of life's challenges. From acknowledging difficulties to seeking coping strategies and inspiration from stories of overcoming, each moment has reminded us of the promise that God has great plans for each of us. Jeremiah 29:11 assures us that these plans are for prosperity, hope, and a promising future. Now the challenge is to take what we've learned here into our daily lives. I encourage you, viewer, to apply these principles to your own journeys. May you find time for daily prayer, Bible reading, and meditation, thus strengthening your connection with God. Seek also to be part of a faith community where you can find support, inspiration, and spiritual growth. And always remember to maintain a positive attitude, cultivating gratitude and hope amidst adversity. Lastly, I want to invite you to engage more with our community. Leave your comments below, sharing your own stories of faith and overcoming. Your experience can be a source of inspiration for others going through tough times. Additionally, don't forget to share this video with those you think may benefit from it, and subscribe to the channel to receive more inspiring content like this. May this video have been a source of encouragement and hope for you. Always remember that no matter what challenges you face, God is by your side, guiding and strengthening you on your journey. May you find peace and confidence in His promise that He has great plans for you. Until next time.